Hey everyone, my name is Nate with CSG, and today we're going to be diving into console gaming once again, but this time we're going to be looking at online paid to play. So our last video was about exclusives in gaming, and you're going to be watching gameplay from an exclusive game on PS4 called Bloodborne. In this gameplay, you will see me going up against Father Gazcon. I don't know how you pronounce his name. He's like one of the first real bosses. So, consoles versus PC when it comes to online play. I believe everyone is familiar with this. PC, you buy the game, and if you have internet access, you're able to play online. There's no middleman. You don't have to pay to play. However, on console, if you have a current console, I don't know what word I was trying to go there. If you have a PS4, an Xbox One, or Nintendo Switch, you gotta pay to play online. Now, this is something that's been around for a while now. You know, I technically don't know if you had to do it on the original Xbox, but I came in at Xbox 360 with these types of big consoles, and I remember having to pay for gold. And my PS3 friends at the time did not. You did not have to pay online, but in the PS4, you did, which is already kind of an interesting transition there. Obviously, the amount of consoles that Sony and Microsoft can move over the course of these years and the potential revenue that's coming in from people paying to play online, it's insane. And it's crazy that Microsoft was able to do this at a time when Sony wasn't. Which that seems interesting, doesn't it? Isn't that a complete marketing leg right there? You can run campaigns for that. We don't charge to pay online. This is why you should buy the Sony PlayStation 3. It is the best place to play games. Meanwhile, on the Xbox, it's actually a lot of money. I mean, it's kind of like paying for Netflix every month in a sense, right? It's a significant amount of money to be paying every year. And every once in a while, like I'm sure if you type in right now, you can find online people will discuss, hey, what are the benefits of next-gen consoles, so us going into 2020 with the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5, what's the possibility that one of these companies decides, in the sake of competition, they try to remove the online pay-to-play function so that you can just straight up play online if you have the game, and that's going to be part of a marketing campaign for the console. Well, I think it is a fantastic idea on paper, but I think from just the PS3 and the Xbox 360 alone, we saw that paying to play online apparently is not the end of the world. And I think what's happened is it's kind of formed a gaming culture with consoles to where it is okay to pay to play online. That's just part of the experience. And that's something that the PC, as we call it, the PCMR, the PC Master Race, that's such a funny, word that has stuck after all these years. And it's a great subreddit if any of you guys follow PCMR. It's actually really big. It's funny how the PCMR culture and that side of gaming has never had to go through with this, and it's so strange to us, I'd say, unless we grew up on a console, that you have to pay to play online now. It's so strange. And when we go over to consoles and we start asking these questions like, okay, in the new generation, is this going to be worth it to them? Are they going to move enough product for it to make sense to cut their online costs, or to cut customers having to pay an online costs? Well, I think we look at the numbers for how many consoles are sold. Unless you are really spanking your opponent here, like let's say if the PlayStation 5 is free online, unless you are seriously moving more product than Microsoft can even dream of, it really doesn't make sense to cut the online pay. The problem is they're making too much money. And the fact that PlayStation or Sony was able to change this with the PlayStation 4 to where you would have to pay for PlayStation Plus if you want to play online, the fact that they did that and not everyone seemed to be hot and bothered with it, it means that it's probably not going away anytime soon, and that they are making so much money. I mean, can you even imagine how much money? I mean, you kind of look at it like Netflix almost, right? You can't imagine how much money Netflix is making every month, every year. Their company is huge. But then also think about it like this. What if Netflix not only costs, what it costs every month, which is its thing, but you also had to buy a multiple $100 box of hardware to play Netflix on that was owned and operated by Netflix? No. So just imagine how much money these guys are making on. So you start to see other arguments like, okay, so you get to choose, and I saw this on one of the online forums, is there was a decision to make here. It's you either have free online, and consoles cost a lot of money for the hardware, like the physical box itself, or the consoles are a lot cheaper to buy, which they're still pretty expensive, and you have to except now you have to pay to play online. And so it's kind of an interesting dilemma. And you know, I really don't mind between the two. It is weird to me going back now and like I'm playing Bloodborne and I can't summon other people to help me. Like, let's say if I get stuck, like maybe in this section of the video right now you hear me talking, I'm going to be playing against Father Gascoigne. Gascoigne, what weird names in this game. I can't summon for help. I would have to pay $10 a month or whatever their price tag is, or like $60 a year for whatever. You have to pay to play, and it is kind of strange to me because I know if I was on Steam, if I was on my PC right now, I would not have to pay anything. And I can play the other Dark Souls games and not have to pay anything to play online. And I can see summon signs, but no, if I ring in this game, you have to ring a bell in Bloodborne, and it's gonna like your bell resonates with another's, and then a player enters your world to help. No, if I ring my bell, nothing's gonna happen. I don't even know if I can physically ring a bell in this mode because it's running an offline, because there is no such thing as online when I'm not a paying member. So it is kind of an interesting topic going into 2020, and this is something that I just wanted us to kind of talk about. I know there's not a lot of structure to this topic. I'm kind of all over the place. But when we're looking for common sense here, I don't know if there is a lot of common sense for a company to just scrap it unless you have the most insane marketing campaign with, you have online costs removed, you have all this off, and unless you really are playing hardball and you are really going all in on these special features and things that are pro-consumer are going to make you the better pick over the competition, yeah, guys, I just don't think it's going to happen. I think the companies have common sense in this marker where they're going to keep those revenue streams high. And if we have some common sense as players and as consumers, I think we can see, yeah, this cost isn't going away anytime soon. I would be very shocked to see Sony or Microsoft remove this online barrier. But at the end of the day, I do fully believe that PC gaming is the better experience. So I say that you should just move on over to PC and check out some of the games there, because we play almost everything that's on console, except their exclusives. God, I hate exclusives. But God, do they make sense. Have a great night, everybody. Take care.